Craft Me Daddy. I'm Tiff.
I'm Althea.
Cheers, bitch.
Cheers, bitch.
So we haven't filmed in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, holidays. And so today is the New Year. It's New Year's Day. And it's kind of a cool way to bring in the New Year's, I think.
Yeah.
Doing the show.
It's good to be back. Seriously.
A lot of shit went down. I'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
We talk about our stuff. So the craft that we're going to be doing is going to be like a little witchy decoration. We have some string here, some like hemp string, so we can like weave designs through it, and then we can dangle things from it. So we have little gadgets in here, like bells and just little key trinkets, different beads. Trying to keep it all natural. And then there's like some like green leaf garland, some cool, what is it, evil eye? What is that called?
I think so. I actually don't really know that much
remember.
about evil eye,
But yeah, so then we're just gonna make like a cool thing that we can tie and hang, and it just looks witchy and cool. And so that's the craft. And the topic today is Lorena Bobbitt and her jackass ex-husband. But it's also more than just Lorena Bobbitt and her jackass ex-husband. It's like bringing awareness to domestic violence and women against, or violence against women.
Yeah. What does your cup say?
It says bougie H3.
Aww.
It's for one of the hash group.
Oh yeah.
It's where we just go to eat. It's kind of cool. I just really want to drink, so I'm like trying to just like, let me just fucking chug this in. All right, so I'm gonna start from the beginning, kind of go over the beginning life of both her and John Bobbitt, and then kind of go through the incident, and then go through the trials and everything like that, and then kind of where everybody is, where they're at now.
Should I, while you're doing that, should I start the craft? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely start.
All
right, so
I'm so excited to hear
well,
about
that one's
this.
mine.
Oh, you have baskets for us.
Yeah, I've separated it all, so it was super easy. I was like, what is happening here?
Still your basket. I
well,
just saw you take it from there, so I was like,
yeah. No,
I thought it was the main basket. Okay.
Nope. That's why I thought it would be like less like reaching and like less sound happening right there. Okay. So Lorena maybe Gallo, I'm not really sure because she's Hispanic. She's from Ecuador. She was born in 1969 in Ecuador, and but she was raised in Venezuela, and she fell in love with America through movies, and she actually went for her 16th birthday. She told her parents that she just wanted to go to America for her sweet 16. So she got to go to a trip to Virginia because they had some family friends there, and she said that she just fell in love with it and all of the trees and the blossoms and she just was like, I love it here. So she went back, graduated high school, and then she moved to the U.S. in Virginia right after high school, and she stayed with some family friends that were there. And she was on a work or school visa, so she was able to be there legally. But she wanted the American dream. She wanted a family and kids, and she wanted to be a citizen and things like that. So those were her goals when she showed up. But she was just 18 years old when she moved here.
Wow, all by herself?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's moved to stay with family friends, but yeah, she just came by herself.
She just came. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then a little bit about John Wayne Bobbitt. I mean, the first part of his name should just kind of give it away that he's just a fucking white male.
Jeez.
So he was born in 1967. He had it's all self-proclaimed by him, but what he's described as like a chaotic and unstable childhood. Frequent moves. Had to stay in foster care for a short period of time. He claimed physical abuse and lack of supervision, and then when he was 18, he joined the U.S. Marine Corps.
Wow.
So he said that it provided the structure for him that he needed, that he was lacking in his house, which does make sense.
Yeah. The Marine Corps is like one of our most hardcore ones.
Well,
Go.
At
least that's what I heard.
I have my thoughts on it, but yeah.
Yeah, you have experience, but.
So one night, John was out enjoying a night out at a bar on the Quantico Marine Corps base, and that's where he met Lorena. She was only 19. She was not fluent in English yet. She was trying to learn English by like watching movies and soap operas during the day, and that was helping her like learn how to speak English better. But she met him, and she said they just hit it off right away. She thought that John was very handsome. She told Vanity Fair in 2018, he had blue eyes and was like a man in uniform. So he was just like a symbol to her, like a Marine fighting for the country. He believed in the beautiful country, and she believed in the beautiful country, and she was just like head over heels. And that was part of her, American dream that she wanted. And so they first started dating, and because of her family and her upbringing, she had to do chaperone dates. So somebody would have to come along with them. They would go to like pizza or, ice cream. It was really innocent. And because she was saying like she was 19 when they started dating, but she's like, I was very young and naive. And some of her family had described her as like, she would go and do things with like her cousins or whatever, but she would be really quiet when she's very like very naive, not really exposed to a lot of things. So they dated for a couple years, and then they were married June 18th 1989, and they settled in Manassas, Virginia, and he was 22 and Lorena was 20 and still a virgin, because again, part of her upbringing is it was not allowed to have sex before marriage. So she said that she did wait. But so it wasn't long after that that John allegedly started to become violent. First verbally, and then physically and sexually. And he claimed that he forced her to engage in anal sex, and forced her to get an abortion when she got pregnant, forced her to, he was physically punched her in the chest, he punched her in the face, like she constantly had bruises. And he would threaten her to, if you don't do this or whatever, you don't let me do that, then I'm going to get you deported and things like that. And, she's really naive and young. She doesn't really know what her rights are.
So young. Wait, how old was he again?
He was 22.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's 2 years older. So throughout the relationship, Prince William County Police responded to half a dozen complaints of domestic violence at the Bobbitt home. And in one instance, arrested John for hitting Lorena in the face. And that was one of the police that responded told ABC's 2020 that he was arrested for hitting her in the face. But it was like after 4 years of marriage, the couple planned to divorce. But that plan was ruined one summer night in 1993. So the crime, right? According to the trial testimony and then other accounts, I watched a documentary that they have that Jordan Peele did. And it's really cool because they go, they talk to the first responders that were there. They talk to the doctor that fixed them all up. And they talk to both Lorena and John Bobbitt, not together, obviously, but they're both in the documentary. So it's pretty cool.
Wow. I feel like I heard this story when I was a kid.
Yeah. And that's what we're talking about is like, that's all that we heard about.
Yeah.
Was his penis.
But they're
we
still
never
like
heard
alive
that, like,
and everything today.
Yeah, they're still alive. And
yeah,
them being alive today is kind of shows that like he probably deserved to get his fucking penis cut off. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, no, I love this, hearing this story.
Not that I think that people should resort to violence, but you know, you hit a point, especially when you're in survival mode.
Yeah.
So according to trial testimony and later accounts, John Bobbitt returned to their apartment around 3 a.m. after an evening out with a friend drinking. He consumed several beers and mixed drinks. Lorena claimed that he was drunk. He came home, demanded sex, and then forcibly raped her before he just fell asleep.
Gross.
And of course, John denies the rape allegation. And it's funny because in the documentary, when he's actually on trial and they're asking him, he's like, I don't remember that at all. No, I don't remember that. And they're like, well, do you see the document signature on the bottom? Is that your? Oh yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I don't know why I don't recall. He literally said that to like everything. It was kind of like, what the fuck?
It's just kind of like playing dumb.
Yeah, it's like, that's your signature, but you just don't remember. Okay. Well, probably because he was a fucking drunk. So John denied the rape allegations, but he did not dispute that he had been drinking and fell asleep. So while he was asleep, in a deep sleep, alcohol-induced sleep, right? Lorena went to the kitchen. You know, she's just been assaulted, right? Raped. She got a knife, went to the bedroom, and performed the act of cutting off his penis, severing the member. So after severing John's penis, Lorena left their apartment with the severed appendage in her hand. And she drove to her the nail salon where she worked because she just didn't know what to do, and that's where she had gone previously when she had been abused. But on her way there, she was like having trouble driving, and then it like dawned on her that like she was still holding the penis in her hand, so she threw it out a window.
Oh yeah,
threw it out
that's
her
what
window.
I remember as a kid.
And it was like in a field that was like next to a 7-Eleven.
Oh my god!
And then she went to her nail salon. There was nobody there. And that's then when she had called the police to tell them, you know, hey, this happened and this is where the penis is. Because like simultaneously, John did not wake up when his penis got severed.
Seriously?
Yeah. So tell me how you only had a couple of drinks.
Damn.
Yeah. So he did not wake up when it happened. He was so intoxicated. He didn't realize until he woke up. It wasn't like he woke up like, you know, hours and hours later, but he woke up and then saw the blood and then was like, oh shit. Like,
damn,
she went for the penis.
I cannot believe she could do. Wow. Okay.
So, and so it was like sometime after 4:30 a.m. the cops were digging around the overgrown roadside grass for the missing member, and they found it. And this is super fucked up. So the guy that found it, right, was super religious. He's a super religious cop. Mm-hmm. So he wouldn't touch the penis. He wouldn't pick it up. They have gloves and everything, but
seriously,
it was like he's so fucking homophobic that he won't even pick up. You know, it's part of a crime. It's somebody, you know, you need that appendage to get sewn back on. And they said that like he tapped it with his foot to like point where it was. And somebody else had to pick it up. Yeah, it was like, okay, like get over yourself. Mm-hmm. So, I just thought that was wild. So then when they finally got it, they took it into 7-Eleven and they got like a hot dog box or like tray or whatever. And they filled it with ice from 7-Eleven, and they put the penis on ice in this hot dog box. And that's how they, you know, then they transported it to the hospital where John Bobbitt was at, and they reattached it during a 9.5-hour urological and plastic surgery session or whatever. On the documentary, the doctor that did it, he talks about it, and they were like, oh, we're not really sure. And there was another doctor that was like, I think we just need to prepare him so that like we can get the bulbous part of this and that so that he can sit down to pee like a girl for the rest of his life. But then they brought the other doctor in when they got the appendage, because he was like, if there's nothing for me to sew back on, I'm not coming in. And they're like, oh, we got it. So he shows up, and he's called a microsurgeon, which I thought was really funny. It's like you couldn't get an average size fucking surgeon.
What does that even mean?
Well, they work on reattaching its little tiny things, but I thought it was funny because I was thinking like micro penis, you know. And yeah, but they were able to reattach it with almost full functioning. You know, they weren't actually sure when they first did it. They were like, we won't actually know if it will be fully functioning until 2 years. Like, that was like the full healing time. Mm-hmm. But like when the guy was saying after they had reattached it and it like it turned pink, and it was like, it looked terrific. And it's like really funny how he was talking about this penis. So they're just excited. They've never sewn on a
I didn't
penis.
know this part of the story. I thought it was just a goner when it happened.
No.
I didn't know they reattached
and they show the pictures.
No way.
So when it looked like they showed the picture of just the part that was cut off, it just looks like a thumb. It just looks like a little head, and then like a like a little thing over it. So it kind of just looks like somebody's thumb with no nail on it. And
dang.
And then they showed where it was cut from, and that part was wild because you just see like his legs, and then you see his ball sack, and then you see like a red, like where it's just dark red, where like it was cut. Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I heard that story, I was like, how does he pee? How does he, I was so confused when I heard that story, and I had no idea it got reattached.
Yeah.
Or it could be that it's possible to reattach it.
Yeah.
Like a finger.
Yep, just like a finger. Yeah. So this is when then Lorena Bobbitt is then charged with malicious wounding. Mm-hmm. But she'd actually gone to the police station to file a complaint about the rape.
Yeah.
And then I think that's when they had said like, okay, we see what you've done, but where's the penis? And that's when she was like, oh, I threw it in a field. But like she had gone in willingly, but she was going in to report the rape. Mm-hmm. And also then it kind of hit her like what she'd done, and she's like, oh my God, like shit. Yeah, so according to Lorena, that evening was just marred with violence well before she grabbed the knife. Yeah. I said I didn't want to have sex, Lorena said. He pushed me and held my hands, and I said no twice, and he said forced sex excites him. After the assault, that's when she went to the kitchen, and that's when she got off his penis. So she said that she saw the knife, and she just thought of the years of abuse and like the assault, the rape that had just happened, and she just like was like, this is it's like an instant thing, like just grabbed a knife, went up there and chopped off his penis. She said that she didn't even really remember what happened next. She kind of like came to when she had it in her hand, and she like tossed it out the window. She's like, I wasn't in my conscious mind. During the trial, which was televised, her trial was televised. So his trial was not televised because it was about sexual assault and rape. But his trial was because it was about a penis. I don't know, but they were going to bring up sexual assault and rape in the trial. So I don't know why they decided to publicize hers, or to like make it, to cover it on TV for her trial, not for his.
Yeah.
But she's like, when you watch the show and you see her like in what was being televised, like she's trying to explain what he did to her, and she's like, you can see that she's shook up. Like she's like shaking, and she's upset, and she's like having a hard time explaining because she's got a lot of like, she's very meek, where she does not like, she doesn't want to just be like, yeah, he forced me to put his penis in my butthole. Like she's not like me. She's just like, and then he and like she just doesn't want to have to say it out loud,
Yeah.
And she's like, I didn't do it to teach him a lesson. She's like, it was just survival. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it. It wasn't like I'm going to show him. It was just kind of like, boom. And it was, her testimony was backed up by a string of witnesses. Some who said they had seen bruises covering her arms and neck. Others testified that John hit Lorena in front of them. One witness testified Lorena had confided in them about her husband's violence. Others, some of his like military buddies and like coworkers, swore that he would brag about forcing his wife to have sex and saying things like, I wrote it down over here. He liked to make women squirm. He liked to make them bleed. And the kind of sex that he likes is forced sex. And it's just like, and these are like dudes, young dudes that are in the Marine Corps with him that are saying, yeah, this is what he said, you know.
So I was wondering because, so there has been years of abuse. She didn't just one incident decide to cut his penis off.
Years. But in his trial, that when he was on trial for rape, which is marital rape.
Yeah.
They were only allowed to go back 5 days. So she couldn't even explain. So all the stuff that came out about the abuse came out in her trial. They could only go back 5 days because you can't bring up like other certain things.
Is it just to keep it organized or something?
I have no idea. It was a judge. One of the judges, he's in charge, is like, no, it can't be. It won't be allowed. Only up to 5 days. So there wasn't like a ton of.
That's just lame because it's like that. That's what I mean. There's a reason why people do things, and you usually go into their history.
Yeah. Well, and that's just like, right?
Yeah.
You have a white male fucking judge or whatever, and he's like, yeah, if we go back in all of our he didn't say this, but I'm just thinking like, if we go back too far in history, we've all done something bad. And it's like, that's not how this works. Like, this isn't putting you, you're not on trial.
Yeah.
This isn't something you take personally. This is something that is relevant to this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Lame.
Yeah, it was super lame.
Your cute little dog looked up when you opened your can.
Oh, like what? Do we get to get drunk?
Okay, well, that was the only question. I was just like, because I was just thinking while you're explaining this, I'm like, I didn't know if like, you know, there's like a history.
Yeah, there's a history, and then like, yeah, they weren't even allowed to really go over it. In his trial, because there was 2 trials. There was his first, and then hers was after, and so he was acquitted of that rape charge because they couldn't prove it. But wow. But and a lot of it is because the string of witnesses that back up her testimony were at her trial because they couldn't even be brought up in his. He said, like, that Lorena attacked him in a fit of vengeful rage because he planned to leave her, and like she said that she was angry that their marriage would dissolve before she could get a green card, and he said like she was never abused, she was always the abuser, and she cut off my penis because I was going to leave her, and like that's a direct quote from him, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that in 1993 when this all happened, she was 95 pounds. So
that is hella skinny.
And he's like, and he prided himself in being fit Marine, everything like that. So like, you know, he can clearly have control of the situation. John was acquitted of the marital sexual assault, which I thought another thing I want to bring up was that he got charged with marital sexual assault and not marital rape. So, yeah, he was charged with marital rape or marital sexual assault and not marital rape because at the time, marital rape had only recently been made a crime in all 50 states. And it was apparently nearly impossible to prove in Virginia. So that's why he was charged with that instead of the other thing. Because in Virginia, the law, rape applies only to couples living apart or if the victim is seriously physically injured. Oh. So it was like, So if you live together, but you're getting separated, or you just are still married, but your husband rapes you, it doesn't count. And there's literally was like conversations, and this is obviously back in the day, so, but they like, can you even rightfully claim to have been raped by someone who she was legally bound to? Like, is marital rape an oxymoron? Like, gross. Like, if we don't want to have sex, you can't make us. And it's a fucking crime if you do. Oh, it was just...
See, I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, I wasn't raped, but I was manipulated into thinking that I had to do things because of religious reasons. I mean, but I didn't. But anyways, I didn't know that you could get somebody in trouble for marital rape.
Yeah, I mean, marital rape is still
like,
rape.
Well, they're married.
That's what people thought back in the day. Like, well, they're married, so it can't. It's like, no, just because you're married does not mean that you're not with an abuser,
I wish I had just had so much more knowledge.
Yeah.
That I didn't realize that there is.
I feel like that has a lot to do with, like, I think what Lorena Bobbitt's issue was too, like being really naive and young and not really knowing the laws that she had. But like neighbors could see that she was suffering, and they like would give her like pamphlets on like how to get out of domestic violence situations, and what to do if you've been raped and things like that. Like, people were seeing that it was happening and were trying to help her.
Yeah.
And because she also just kind of didn't know.
Yeah.
And it makes me sick when people are like, oh, you can't rape your own wife. Like, gross. You can literally rape anybody.
Yeah.
Like, if that was the case, then I could force my husband to get a fucking dildo in his butthole, and there's nothing he can do about it. So maybe, like, that doesn't fly. So it's obviously, should go both ways. But, men think that they own women, and then there's the religious aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I lived through all that.
But yeah, when you're watching the documentary, it's like really interesting to see. There's like so many people. There's like the pro Lorena and then there's the pro John Bobbitt. But a lot of them are like selling T-shirts that's like "Love Hurts" or
really,
oh yeah, and just like penis shaped candy and severed, love severed or some shit. It was. Mm-hmm. Some people were saying like, oh, come to Virginia, it's a cut above the rest.
Oh, so it's like a marketing thing.
Well, it was the whole thing is like everything was about his fucking penis, and none of it was about the fact that he was abusing her. It totally took away because everyone was so shocked that she did it. But like she was, also still really young and came from another country, so she didn't understand why they were like laughing at her suffering. She's not understanding, like, why are they not paying attention to what happened to me? Why are they only focusing on his penis? Like, and that was like literally what happened. And it started to create awareness of domestic violence and, violence against women. Because back then there wasn't as many laws about it, and there was like some like women protection law that they had, or act that they had passed, but then some other president came in, and even though it was totally funded and this and that those Republicans wouldn't execute the act, and it was to help prevent domestic violence against women. I mean, it happens all the time. We just finally got protection against our husbands being rapists. And, I mean, it blows my mind that there's still a fucking, what is it? There's like a time frame, the statute of limitations or something like that, where like, if you get raped or something, you only have like so many, or molested, you only have like so many years to report it. And if it's past that point, they can't get in trouble.
I've heard of that.
Like, what the fuck is that? Like, people don't want to report rapes and things like that because there's shame and this and that, and you don't understand. And so then, like, So you put a limitation on when you can actually report it. This just blows my mind. They would never do that for a man that got raped. Well, it actually does apply to, like, you know, if a little boy is molested, he only has a certain amount of time to report it. It's like several years, but it's still like, it's wild.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So what came next? So, Lorena said, like, from the anguish came a calling that she's been following ever since. She's like, you know what, I'll put myself through the jokes and everything as long as I can shine a light on domestic violence and sexual assault and marital rape, she said.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So I'll go over like what he did. So John went on to capitalize on the assault that made him famous. He appeared on the Howard Stern show, and it was fucking ratchet and gross. He fronted the unsuccessful band The Severed Parts, and he starred in pornographic films. John Wayne Bobbitt, Uncut,
attached penis,
and John Wayne Bobbitt, Franken penis.
Holy cannoli!
Yeah. So in 1994, John was convicted of domestic battery against an ex-girlfriend. In 1999, John pleaded guilty to felony charge of attempted grand larceny in connection to the theft of clothes from a Nevada store. He was sentenced to 5 years of probation. And then later that year, he was found guilty of harassing an adult actress that he dated. He was also charged several times with battery against his third wife, and he was convicted in February of the battery against her, which then prompted the judge to revoke his probation and send him to actual prison for his role in the theft. And all of the other charges that she would bring up against him nothing ever happened with him. Like, he was acquitted of all of those. But acquitted doesn't mean he didn't do it. It just means it wasn't enough fucking shit to prove that he did. Anyways, he denies all wrongdoing still.
Of course.
He doesn't even remember anything that happens anytime. But Lorena went back to working as a manicurist, and then she went on to sell real estate. And she started going to Catholic church, and she became a citizen, and she returned to school where she met her now husband, and they have a daughter. And but she did not go the same route. Like, she shied away from the press. Like, she even turned down a $1 million offer to pose for Playboy. And she was like,
really?
Yeah.
Why did they offer to have her pose?
I think it's just because the whole thing was so big. They were like, we'll give you $1 million to pose in Playboy. And she turned it down. And she was the sole provider. Her parents ended up moving to the United States too. So she ended up providing. I'm spitting. Sorry, guys. She ended up providing for her parents. And then she then trained to become a domestic violence advocate. And she helps to facilitate 15-week educational and support groups with survivors of domestic violence in her county. Mm-hmm. And she also founded Lorena's Red Wagon, which is a nonprofit that helps survivors of domestic violence. And her goal has been to open her own shelter to provide a safe space when those in need. And it comes back to, like, when she would be abused, she would go to the salon, and oftentimes it wouldn't be anybody there. And so she would sleep in her car because she didn't have, like, a shelter or anywhere to go because she needed to get away from her abuser.
Yeah.
And she still lives in the same place in Virginia. And she was just upset that they were more concerned about his penis instead of domestic violence. They, like, really missed the whole concept of domestic violence and abuse against women. It's a very important issue that's going on, and you're basically more concerned about the man who lost his penis. And I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, bitch. Like, this just prompted so much more awareness into the whole, violence against women.
Like, bringing awareness. Because when something like that happens to you, I'm sure it's horrifying and embarrassing, but
that's exactly.
bringing awareness to it so that it doesn't happen to anybody else.
Well, and
or at least help prevent it from happening to more people.
And that's the thing is like, women don't want to report things. Yeah. Because why? Because if you report them and you go to trial, They're going to dig into every fucking mistake you've ever made. And so all of a sudden it's like, well, I got raped, but do I really want like the whole world to know like about this abortion or about, you know, this or like whatever. And then it's also like, and it's not just that they're going to bring it up, it's that they're going to fucking bash you to make you look like the bad fucking person and make them look like they didn't do anything wrong because you're a slut. And like, so you can't just be believed. You have to prove it. And so you get demonized in the process, and people, oh, you just wanted money. You know, it's like if it's a famous person, they just want money or like whatever it is. And it's like, people actually don't want money more than they want to, like, more than they don't want their name to be. You know, it's like to go against like a huge like public figure and describe or, you know, even admit to being, you know, assaulted by them. It means your fucking life is going to be fucked. Everybody is going to pull up all the dirt about you, and everybody's going to judge you and call you names and be awful. And like, all because, you know, so it's very rarely that someone's just doing it to maybe get some money. Like, it's 9 times out of 10, people don't even get, we get raped. And if we don't have hardcore proof, they don't get convicted. So we're bringing it up for what reason? To maybe get money, but we're probably not going to get money because they're probably not going to get convicted because they probably don't have enough proof. But it's going to
it's traumatizing having to go through that whole process. You know, it's draining. It's
and to just not be believed. And it's like 9 times out of 10, the man did assault the woman. Am I saying that it doesn't happen the other way where it's made up? No, I'm not saying that at all, right? There's going to be bad apples everywhere, right? But 9 times out of 10, it's actually happening. And women feel so much shame about it. We think like, is it our fault that this happened? And we just think like, well, if I bring it up, like especially like me being in the military, like if I bring it up, everybody's going to be like, well, you know, you hooked up with other 2 people. How do we know that this and that? And like, you know, like they wanted to dismiss me, or they want to be like, well, you're just mad because of this reason. And it's just like, I just would want it to go away. I would think about it in my head, like, is announcing this or is telling somebody this worth what it's going to put me through? And you know, a lot of times it's like, I just want to forget that it happened. Like, I don't want to drag this on and then what? Everyone's gonna then not believe me and then hate me, and then you go, oh, that's where it ties back into like the cool girl episode I did that one time where it's like, oh, if we don't do something, then she's gonna say that you raped her, and like, you know, you become like labeled, and all because what? Because you brought up that you were sexually assaulted by somebody. And it's just, it's terrifying.
That's why I admire her for doing what she did, because she's
cutting, you know, helping off.
Other people. And she's helping other people to avoid that situation. And, but like I think a lot of people don't think about what's going to happen when you do that to you, you know?
Well, I think that because America is based primarily on white men and then secondary men, you know, crimes against women have been on the back burner. And, you know, especially, I hate to say it, but especially with Republican conservative men, because the religious aspect is women are property and women do, you know, and it's kind of like, not just that, but they've had all the power all along, and the world revolves around them. And so, what do they need to advocate for women for? They want to be able to do whatever they want. So, it's just frustrating. It was really frustrating to watch the documentary and like see the things that they were saying. Like,
they're gonna say whatever they can say to get away with what they, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they go for the woman's reputation.
Exactly. And it's just, it makes me want to kill everybody.
Like, sometimes that's why I don't watch stuff like that anymore, just because it puts me in an angry mood, and it just makes me full of rage, you know?
It's hard, but I'm glad I watched it, because it is...
Well, yeah, it's good.
It's important, too, and it's important, like, to hear her side of the story, because all we ever knew was the guy got his penis cut off, and, oh, that sucks, and, like, it was like Oprah or something, but, like, his brothers went on a show with him, one of these talk shows, and he literally said that, like, he went looking, the brother said, he went looking for Lorena because he wanted to fucking kill her, because he cut...
The brother of
John Bobbitt was like, I wanted to kill her. And it was like, do you not hear what you just fucking said?
I wonder if he knew what his brother did to her.
Well, he wouldn't believe it anyways. Yeah. And he's probably of the same mindset where he probably thinks that, like, it's fine. But, like, that's why these people fucking marry the people can't speak English ones, because they have more ability to control.
Yeah. Speaking of that, my ex, when I left him, he immediately went and he was dating a woman that barely spoke English from, like, some other country. And this therapist lady told me, she's like, most super controlling men, they try to find somebody from another country because they're completely controlled when they come over to America, because they don't know anybody, they don't know how to speak English, and they're completely... You'll
get deported, you'll get... the whole thing. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Exactly. All right, so I have some domestic violence trivia.
Oh.
All right. So... about how many women in the U.S. will experience physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime? A, 1 in 10. B, 1 in 5. C, 1 in 3. D, 1 in 2.
The one that has the most. I'm not reading it.
1 in 10. No, it is actually C, 1 in 3.
No, because I thought it was going from lowest to highest, so I was waiting.
It did. Yeah, 10, 5, 3, 2. Yeah.
Okay, well, the most.
It's like 1 in 3 women will experience physical violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. That's 1/3. It's like 840 million people.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a lot. All right. What percentage of female homicide victims in the U.S. are killed by a current or former intimate party? 10%, 25%, 50%, or about 10%, about 25%, over 50%, or nearly 90%?
50%?
Yep. Answer is C.
I was right?
Over 50% of female homicide victims in the U.S. are killed by a current or former intimate partner. That's a lot.
Damn.
No, that one's a stupid question. Firearms are involved in approximately what percentage of intimate partner homicides involving women? Sorry, these are a lot of percentage, but 20 to 30% involve firearm, 35 to 45% involve firearm, 55 to 60%, or over 80%?
I'm gonna say over 80. It's I don't remember the other percentages.
55 to 60%. I could have just gone through and read the facts, but I was like, I'll try to make it more fun. But then I realized that the questions are kind of boring. So, the presence of a gun, well, hang on, I'm just going to read this. The presence of a gun in a domestic violence situation increases the risk of a homicide by approximately 5 times. So, like, just owning a gun increases the likelihood of that man killing that woman by 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
My ex loved guns. He had like 5. So he would wear it on his holster, walk around the house.
That's fucking
man-child.
Yeah. Look how cool I am.
Yeah, not cool.
This is crazy. When is a woman at the highest risk of being killed by an abusive partner? Although this is not the crazy one. But when is a woman at the highest risk of being killed? During the first argument, after marriage, when leaving or after leaving the relationship, or after reporting to the police?
After reporting to the police.
It's actually when leaving. So, like, if you break up with somebody, that is the most dangerous time for a woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
Seems like it. Yeah, and that's probably why a lot of women don't leave, because they're scared.
Yeah. Well, and then over 75% of the women that are murdered by an intimate partner were stalked beforehand. Which is why I thought it was really weird in the documentary. Like, after the whole trial and everything happened, John was still writing Lorena letters. Some of them she never even opened. But, like, I love you. I miss my wife. Like stop keeping stop trying. Let it go. Like, this is the whole thing. You slandered the shit out of her name. So, but, like, weird.
Yeah.
So non-fatal strangulation. So if a partner ever strangles you but doesn't kill you, it increases the risk of a future homicide by 10 times.
Really?
So, like, if they ever get so mad that they, like, strangle you, that means that there is a 10 times greater chance that they will then kill you.
Oh, yeah.
True or false? Pregnancy always reduces the risk of domestic violence.
False.
False. It's actually one of the highest times. It increases the rate when you are pregnant or postpartum that women are murdered.
Yeah, usually abusive men don't care about the children. The children are just a way to keep them.
Oh yeah, whatever reason, like, a pregnant woman just makes a man rage out. True or false? Indigenous, Black, and Latina women face higher rates of intimate partner violence.
False?
True.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of times because they're underrepresented, under everything, you know, it's like women are already a part of the oppressed, but then you add, now you have a minority woman, it's even worse. Like, it happens, it's overlooked, it's not investigated, it's awful. So survivors delay reporting abuse for fear of retaliation, financial dependence, concern for children. Like, all of those are reasons why they don't leave or they don't report the abuse. You know, like, you're afraid. If you have children, you're afraid, you know, or they've made you financially dependent on them and you can't just leave. You don't have anywhere to go, or, you know, what are you going to do? Live in your car? You can't leave your kids with them. And
yeah, that's a huge thing. Huge thing, the financial dependent on them. That's how they can keep you controlled.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. That was really educational, and I mean, it does make me angry, but at the same time, I like how, you know, another woman stood up for other women by, you know, making exposure and the willingness to go through everything that she went through to make it aware.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing. So I was stoked on doing the topic. Like, thought it was gonna be more like, I thought it'd be funny, like, we're gonna do Lorena Bobbitt since it's gonna be about penises, but then I'm like, psych, it's about domestic violence against women, fuckers.
Yeah. And that stuff is, like, real, because I remember when I back in the day, people would judge women for not leaving somebody who is abusing them.
Physically. Like if it was that bad, then why didn't you leave?
Yeah, and it's like, what the heck? But there's so much more to the situation. There's so many methods of how they keep them there. It's like mental and psychological and control. They have their tricks. So it's not actually easy, and it does end up in death a lot of times.
Yeah,
because a controlling man.
Yeah, because when you leave is the most.
Well, they care so much about control. So if you freaking leave them, they probably will kill you.
Yeah, well, that's the most dangerous time.
Yes.
You know, like statistically speaking, the most dangerous time is when you leave, and so it's like you gotta think about that. You know.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's great. It's mostly just men that think that. Well, why don't you just leave? Like, well, spoken like a true white male, son of a bitch.
Well, I know other women too that have been like, well, he keeps doing this to you, so why are you still like? They're like, don't get it. I actually I'll admit, even though I was in a different abusive situation, he was more covert about controlling me, so there wasn't domestic violence.
It's not just that,
but
it's projection. Sometimes we guilt other people because we know that we can't do it either.
Yeah, maybe subconsciously back in the day when I would see women or hear stories about women that wouldn't leave, they keep going back to an abusive domestic, like physical abusive husband or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, why? Like, leave his ass, you know. So I judged, but I didn't have the knowledge that there's more to it. And then there I am being under like a more secretive, controlled situation, you know, because like I even remember one time at the end, he was so controlled that he knew that as soon as he like physically did anything to me, I could get him in trouble.
Yeah.
So he didn't do that, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, that's what, like, the majority of the time that somebody is judging somebody else, like, you know, I tell Sam this growing up in high school even, it's like, when somebody is judging somebody else, it's a subconscious projection of what they're judging their self on. And so it's like, I've learned to be able, like, when I start to want to be judgy, I start to be like, oh, what part of this is me?
Yeah.
Because, like, the only reason why, it's not the only reason, but primarily we judge, it's projection of, like, something internal, but we're not aware of it, otherwise we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I used to get so annoyed when I would hear that statement, like, but I'm not like that, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess you have to understand how you're projecting, I guess.
Well, yeah, and it
I don't know.
No, because I mean, like,
get it.
It's not even something that, like, people just stop doing once they are aware of it. It's just something that when you start to do it, you can go, okay, what's happening here? Why am I feeling so judgmental against this person? Is there something in this that pertains to me?
Yeah.
That is like I'm mad at myself for not doing this. And so, because like Sam's best friend does it to her all the time. Like she goes back to this person, or she used to go back to this guy all the time. And then when Sam would bring up the guy that like she had an issue with multiple times, the girl, her friend, will just be like, I don't want to fucking hear it. You know not to go back. You fucking know better. And it was like it was just like a harsh, blatant like attack on her and a judgment when she does the same thing. And it was like, I tried to tell Sam, like, it's projection.
Yeah.
And it's not something that she's self-aware of.
Yeah.
You know? And because Sam will be like, you know, I just want to be able to talk to my best friend about this, you know? And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm sorry.
I think a lot of times we project and don't realize we're projecting.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a whole subconscious. It's a whole ass thing.
I'm trying to like learn about how to control my brain right now and how to control the subconscious. It's a lot of work, you know, like understanding. You have to like evaluate why you are thinking the way that you're thinking and get ahead of the way that your patterns are so that you can stop yourself from subconsciously doing something. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Well, kind of, but subconscious, you're trying to retrain things so that subconsciously you don't do it. Because you can't control subconscious because it's subconscious.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
you have to like understand
retrain
yourself before you do things so that, or you just, there's like a whole thing, the way that our brain works. I've been trying to do that lately because I don't want to be controlled by my subconscious behavior, because a lot of times it's like for certain things it's not good, you know?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, again, it's subconscious. Self-awareness is the first step to that.
Yes. I think I'm making too many.
I am an idiot. Because like
is this too much hangies?
No, but I would make some. I would make some longer.
Longer?
So they're not all the same.
Make the moon longer. Does that mean I have to add a bunch of moon beads?
No.
How do you make it longer?
I would just tie it on a hemp string.
Oh.
And then make it or just just make it a longer hemp string.
Space. Yeah, the hemp string.
I'm an idiot because I thought I had to go to this certain spot over here to make a pentagram, not a pentacle. And all I had to do was just a tiny little turn. So I wrapped this fucking thing around the whole thing, trying to get to this certain spot so that I could hang it. And it dawned on me that like when I started down here, I could have just been like, boop, boop.
I was watching you. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's just doing that so simply. Because I feel like my pentacle is all stupid, and I was trying to figure out how to do it the right way. And when I was watching you, I'm like, oh, so cool.
I'm just gonna do some shit.
Does mine look like a pentacle?
No, it looks like a pentagram.
Or pentagram. Looks good?
Yeah, looks good. It's different. I'm going with a pentagram, which is not a pentacle. One is the double sign. That's what I'm doing.
Well, which one's the witch thing?
That's the one.
5
that's
points.
The one that's not the one. They're all 5 points. A star is 5 points. It's not about that. It's like if the point is up, pentacle. If the 2 points are up, double.
I did not know this. Wow.
I mean, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know that it's like double.
Gosh.
Double.
I just grew up way too Christian, so.
That's why I thought you would know what
I used to see the pentacle and be like, oh my God. Am I saying it wrong? Pentagram.
Well, the pentacle is still witchy, which I'm sure your religion isn't fond of.
Yeah, well, that's why I don't have no knowledge of these things.
I don't have no knowledge. I don't have no knowledge of these things.
Well, now that I'm into like witchy stuff, the 5 points, like when you do spells, you can do a spell where all the 5 points, like you do a circle, and
a circle has no points.
Well, I mean, you have the 5 points, and then you draw a circle around the pentacle. But when I was a Christian, I was like, this is like, I had no idea. I just saw that whole image and thought it was just so demonic, because that's what I was taught. But it's just like, I mean, I still don't really know that much about it, but it's just like the points, and I think it's like air, water, earth, and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's just creating a circle in that to like draw in all the elements, and it's like why is that demonic? You know?
It's just not Christian. So anything that's not Christian.
Now I need to freaking go to like learn about all this stuff.
The demonic thing.
See, and I didn't know that it meant Satan when the 2 points are up.
Well, I don't know that it means Satan, but it means like it's not the same as the pentacle.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna read about that.
Which is why I'm doing it, because I actually was talking to Brian and doing like a little bit of like research on like I don't know if it's either the Church of Satan or whatever it is that worships Satan.
Yeah.
And I was like, this actually sounds way more like what I believe than even atheism or not, because it has really nothing to do with
Satan. Does he go to Church of Satan?
No, he doesn't go to any church.
I mean, I just always remember his Satan shirt when I first saw him.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean,
but he doesn't seem like that.
He's just heavy metal. But
yeah.
The thing is that like they really like the Church of Satan or whatever it is. It's the religious aspect is like obviously there's going to be some that are extremists.
Well, they actually, really actually worship
Satan. But what most of it is just the whole concept of like you're not good because you're going to go to heaven. You're good because it's the right thing to do. And you just do the things you're supposed to do, but not because of a religion. I can't speak to it right now because I have to look way more into it. But the conversation I had with him was like several weeks ago. But it was a great conversation. And what I looked into it and the podcast I listened to was actually like really cool. I was like, this is really cool. Not just the religion, but like the information that I was giving. It was, I think it might have been morbid. And they went into like what Satanism really is, or it might not be Satanism. I shouldn't even be talking about it right now because I didn't do any research on what I'm trying to talk about, like enough to bring it up in this show right now.
Yeah. But I don't know anything about it either.
Maybe that'll be my next topic. Maybe I'll do fucking
because I want to learn about that stuff because it's interesting to me.
Look, you're all doing. I mean, I know I started late, but I just have like just the start.
Oh, that's awesome.
But against the craft me down.
I just love that you wanted to do this craft because I was like all week trying to think of what, like I've been wanting to do this craft, but I didn't really know how to do it. I'm like, should I do it with the metal things and how I did it when I worked at the Indian store? But like, this is just perfect.
Well, yeah, I was just like, I was like, reeds, but like, I'm like, reeds are really gigantic and I don't really have all the supplies to like do a bunch of reeds. And so I was like, okay. And I'm like, I'll just buy one of these mini things.
Yeah, this is great. And I was watching, I found some stuff on Instagram and I started following some of the stuff on our account of these people that make these beautiful, like, metal hanging things like these, but they're just kind of like the one you have in your bedroom, but it's like with metal frames and diamonds and everything.
Yeah.
And crystals, and I want to do that on another time. But
I went to a hash, and I found a bunch of really great sticks that will do really great for like different things, like the thing in my bedroom or just other little things.
Oh, nice.
Like where you need a stick for it. I was like, this is a great stick. Oh, this is a great stick. And so I just have like a ton of sticks in my fucking bedroom right now. There's a ton of wood in my bedroom.
Well, only a crafter would understand that, right?
Or somebody with a boyfriend with a big old dick.
What?
A lot of wood.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like...
It's fine. I didn't really... I guess maybe I'm tired. I don't know. I think, I guess I am a little hungover, so that's fair.
How was your thing? Like, can we talk about our lives now? Or were you done with the...
Yeah, I'm done with Lorena Bobbitt, but there's one thing I specifically want to talk about before I...
Yeah.
I mean, like, when in relation to, like, so how was your day? Well, let me just tell you, about something that happened.
Okay.
My fucking pug, Odin.
He propped his head up.
You good boy, Odin? You want to come here? You want to come here, Odin? Come here. Come here, Odin. No, you're Freya. God, she's like, I'm there. Come here, Odin. Come here. You on my lap? No, not you, Freya. No, I know. All right. Anyways, so.
I love it. Look, I'm done. Well, maybe I'm not done.
Yeah, I might
accentuate the star more. Do you think that's good enough?
Like
if I do another double wrap of the star?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just not very strong.
It's not popping. Pop, lock, and drop it.
Look what I made.
Yeah, see, this is such a cool little craft.
I love it. I just love it. So what were you going to say?
Yeah, so Odin.
Come over here.
Odin. So I don't smoke weed, but my boyfriend does. And my boyfriend left his fucking pipe on the table. I have like a little TV tray table by the couch. And Odin decided that he was going to eat what was in his pipe. And he got fucked up. And I was so nervous. And he was all wobbly and shit. And I was like, oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
So I had to watch him for like several hours. I had him like on a pillow and I was like watching him. And it made me late to like a bunch of things I had that day. But it was just really like so stressful. And he's fine. And he just ate a little tiny bit. But like, and it was pretty funny. At one point, I thought he was like too stoned and wobbly to like need to be. I took him out to go pee because he hadn't gone to the bathroom in a while. He'd just been sleeping because he was stoned. So I take him outside and he's just wobbly, and then he walks, and then he's just like, and he gets the fucking zoomies, and I don't have him on a leash, and he is just zooming around all of a sudden. And I was like, oh my God, this motherfucker is stoned as hell.
Really?
It was so funny. Yeah.
Oh.
It was really, really cute. What the fuck? My pug got stoned as fuck. It was crazy. Like, what is happening in my life? But that was like the one thing I was like, I can't wait to go on Craft Beyond and talk about how my dog got stoned.
Yeah, I've always wondered like what animals will do when they get stoned.
They do this.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a sad little hell that they're in because they're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Maybe it's like a happy little hell.
I hope so.
Me too. I mean, he got special treatment. He just got to chill the fuck out for like 12 hours. But wow. And it's funny because like even still he like smells Schmein's weed, and then he like wants to like dig in this bag, and I'm like, you already know what happens when you do this. Like, get out of here.
He wanted more?
Yeah, like, didn't you learn a lesson? You must have liked to get those crazy zoomies. But aside from that, I just had a lot of things going on. Did a lot of hash events. We did the 12 drink checks, so you came for that.
That was you were so cute with your car, and
yeah, I decorated the back of my car.
So cute,
like the Grinch.
And then the sex position wrapping paper.
Yep. Yeah.
She had like a whole display of like presents, and they all had like sex positions wrapping paper.
Look how cute. I mean, I didn't anything from it. I just made all like,
I like how you did the
like leaves around it.
I didn't think of that. That's a good idea.
A natural, bitches. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just use hemp and string some beige and shit. But yeah, so what about you? How was your...
I had a really crazy time. I mean, but it was good though too. Christmas was really like, well, it was sad and it was good because of the relationship I have with my daughters. I had to like, I only had my 3 younger kids with me on Christmas, and they were all so sweet and happy, and I was able to get them everything they wanted, even though some of it had to come later because I was so behind.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was dealing with money issues too because my car, and then my ex wasn't paying child support. But I hustled and I was able to get them all the presents they wanted. I just didn't get the older girls' presents, but that there's still like issues with that, with our relationship, whatever. But I had a couple really great Christmas parties with family.
Yeah.
With my big family. and that was really special. I love my family. And all my kids were able to go to that. And I feel like there's a shift with my 16-year-old daughter, and
yeah, for the good.
For the good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like really learning how to handle these situations better now, and not, completely having just unconditional love and not ever saying anything bad. Not that I did before, but just
we're in constant
letting the kids find out on their own.
Yeah.
The truth.
Yeah.
And just keep, so it was, I don't know. I just feel like there's been like a shift.
Yeah.
And then I decided to keep my son full time because there was some crazy stuff with him, which, was hard, and I don't want to like talk about too many details because I think
I mean, that's a kid's business too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to talk less about like stuff like that. And I've noticed that I talk too much about things.
Well, the thing that sucks, what the thing that the kids don't understand is that, like, first of all, this is not a show for children. Number two, what we say that we're going through with our teens is relatable content.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're fucking MILFs. So we have some fucking kids that act out.
Fucking MILFs.
So that's the reality that we live in. But, it might be not, maybe because it's so recent, it's not something we talk about right now.
Yeah.
But we can, maybe bring it up because
yeah, it's true.
It'll help somebody at some point,
We talk about the craziest, most relatable stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it's hilarious when we talk about like the whole sex stuff with kids because that's some hard shit to
We don't
deal
have
with.
sex with kids. Let's clarify how she phrased that. All right. Yeah, that's not what she meant. Is we don't talk about sex with kids.
So
we have conversations with kids about sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a hard thing to deal with when you have kids. So I think that's completely relatable. It's like, how do you talk? I mean, especially when they, they hit their hormones and they start entering the world of wanting to have sex, Well,
I guess, that's totally normal.
It's normal.
Thing.
It's just
that's
like,
when
how
people
do you
have
handle
sex is in their teens.
Yep. So.
Oops, I just fucking threw it on the ground.
And then me just trying to like release shame from all of it so that they are.
Yeah, and not taking it personally if they're acting like a teenager. It's not a reflection of your parenting. It's a reflection of them being a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm so glad that the holiday season's fucking over.
Fuck yeah. Fuck Christmas.
Yeah.
Fuck spending all my money. I got nothing.
Yeah.
Ian Bray got me a laser etcher.
Wait, what is that?
It etches it etches.
Oh, my cousin has like a whole
businessy laser stuff. Maybe it's an engraver.
It's like probably like is it small?
It's a small, but it's just a little it's like a little laser engraver. So I can like just do like smaller scale stuff.
Such a perfect gift.
I mean, it was on my list of
and
things
he knew about it?
That I wanted. I sent him my list.
I was like, he so knows you.
He knows me so well that he read my list. And that is what is important. Because don't go off the fucking list too hard. Because I'm going to get that. I'm going to give you that. Thanks for the gift.
I know. And that's always so like annoying when you have to like, oh, okay.
Pretend that you love a gift.
Yes, it sucks.
I mean, I'm not gonna, anything that you get is like beautiful, whatever. But, I very much, we did a rule or we did a thing. I was like, let's do something where we do like 2 things off of a list and like 1 thing that we just think the other person might like, I was like, cool. Look, I just wanted to keep our gifts minimal because one year with my ex, he like bought me everything on my list and I wasn't going to do that.
Oh, it's just like pressure.
It was excessive.
Yeah.
And it was, not the time for that. It was like, hey, we're new. I don't really need you to buy everything on my list. I need you to.
Was that the idiot that?
That's just the last guy I dated.
I just ruined my thing.
You dropped it.
Fuck. I don't know why I can't figure out how to attach this to.
What are you trying to attach?
I think I had my moon on it.
Oh, you should attach the moon first.
Well, because I had it on this at first, and they're like, hang a thingy.
Yeah. So is this just singly?
Yes, because I was trying to attach. Are you able to untie it? Yeah.
And then just tie it to the thing first. It'll be easier to tie.
And then, don't have any of the plastic thing. That's why.
I mean, I think it looks more natural when it's not the plastic thingies. But this is what I'm trying to get for mine.
I admire you so much. Your crafting skills.
I'm a bad bitch.
Yes, you are.
But yeah, so Christmas with Iron Braid. Oh, Sam got me. This is cool. Sam got me. Well, I give her my card every year, and she can go on my list and buy something. So that's something from her. Mm-hmm. But then I get a surprise, so I don't know what it is because I love the surprise of getting the gift.
Yeah.
And she did so good. She got me it's like an electrolysis hair remover.
Oh,
and then she also got me the Cricut mug press. So I can make fucking coffee mugs now.
Are you serious? Can't you make with the Cricut by itself?
No, you got to have the press. So you can print it out with the Cricut. But the mug press, because the mugs are round, you have to have it a specific, and it has to heat it up. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God,
amazing.
Dude,
you got, like, the cool ass gifts, dude.
Yeah, I was stoked.
I didn't get any gifts.
Oh, my poor kids didn't paint you a picture?
No, actually, my daughter, she's so sweet, because they don't have money, so.
Yeah.
And my older daughters don't talk to me, but my one daughter, she is so sweet. Like, she drew me like this elaborate picture and gave me candy, and it was like candy that she had gotten.
Yeah.
She didn't have any money, so like just
Paige
the way. Oh no, Paige got me such cute stuff. She got me this heart like keychain, and I don't know why I can't think of the other thing she got me, but she got me something else.
Maybe it wasn't.
Oh, and then my friend gave me the most other beautiful gifts. She gave me like a bunch of witchy stuff, but it was like exactly what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, she gave me this beautiful crystal that's supposed to like teach me how to not have narcissistic people, like have boundaries, like, keep their people away. And then there was just a whole bunch of really cool stuff. But I didn't get gifts for anybody. I was just like trying so hard to get all my kids presents. Was my main focus.
I always do, like, I don't always get gifts for people. I kind of just depends on my financial situation that time of the year, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what, like, I didn't do a ton of gifts for friends. I did try to like make something for my friends that had dogs, and I fucked it up so bad. I had to reverse. Oh, I might have it. So what I did was I asked ChatGPT to. I sent a picture of my friend's dog, and I'm like, okay, I need you to create like a profile, black and white, bold lines, simple of this dog. I know you could do
that to ChatGPT.
And so I printed it out, and then I put the black part on a canvas, and I was like, oh, it's kind of cool, but it's just kind of boring because it was like just black and white. And I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll like spray paint it and then peel the black off. Mm-hmm. The thing is that the markings on the dogs are specific to that dog. So when I reverse did it, it was actually the opposite of what the actual dog looked like. So I need to do it again and then reverse weed it. So when I spray paint it and then peel it off, it looks like it did originally. It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing.
Oh.
And
yeah, it sounds like a whole thing.
Yeah, it is. But, so I didn't get them anything yet, technically, because I couldn't fucking figure that out in time.
Dude, I cannot wait. Like, I love gift giving, especially when it's special and it's thought through, but it's like every single time, it's just like all I'm doing is just trying to make sure my kids get enough gifts because they're the most important, you know?
Well, yeah, and you have a lot.
But like someday, dude, I just want to have I want to have a Christmas where I can just bless the shit out of everybody that I love, you know?
Yeah.
It's like frustrating because... And someday I want to like get like a ton of presents for my kids, and they wake up and there's like presents just like piled up by the tree. Like I can't wait for that day, you know.
Me either. I could use that kind of. I mean, you know, she gets a lot of presents from her dad's side of the family, and my family does like mail stuff, so she does get a good amount of stuff, and I do get a good amount of stuff too. It's just. Life.
Yeah, dude.
Life be hard, dog.
Life be hard. We live in like expensive place.
Yeah, the most expensive place, but also I love it here.
Yeah.
So today this is a recap. We talked about Lorena Bobbitt. We talked about an asshole's dick getting cut off. Mm-hmm. We talked about abuse and abuse awareness, domestic violence awareness. We made cute little fucking...
Oh, I like how you just have the cute bell. Just so
well, I was going to add more, but I just haven't had time to. So,
well, I like
but
it.
It's still kind of cute, you know, it's by itself.
I'm sure you guys.
But I love yours.
I put a lot.
A lot of little dangly things.
I just love this.
Little dangly things in the back of the throat.
Wish I had made dangly things in the back of my throat.
And so, but that's a wrap. That's our craft. That's our show. My daughter hung out for a little while, but I think we're gonna do that. I'll probably post that as a mini-sode.
Yeah, a mini-sode, and I could do little short
you can
clips
pull it from. But make sure you stay tuned to watch the mini-sode where my daughter,
hilarious,
joins.
You guys are so cute.
She's amazing. All right. Cheers,
bitch.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. 2026.
I was supposed to be 6.
What? Did I say that?
No, I tried to be like, but I couldn't because I'm drinking. So I was like, oh.
Wait, 6. 2026.